In this video, we're going to talk about Meta, and in the past 5 years, the stock is up 164%, and that compares to the Nasdaq in that same period being up 130%. Question that we want to answer in this video is, where will Meta stock be in 5 years? So one thing I want to point out to you, recent price action, we had a weekly seller's level that was formed back in April. It was this rally in price. Although this is an extended range red candle, I'm using it as a base candle, and then we had the rally out. So we had a rally, base, and rally, which took price down to $420, but on the way back, and this past week in particular, we had a candle close above the weekly sellers level at 523, making this zone no longer valid. Now, why did price breach and close above this zone so easily? Well, the trend is up, and if you look at all the previous levels of interest that I formed and pointed out on the charts, the red rectangles represents weekly buyers and the blue represents weekly or daily buyers. And you can see the momentum was very strong because price did not pull back to these zones, with the exception of this level and this level here, which we'll quickly look at on the daily chart. So we had a rally, base rally out. Price comes back, dips its toes in the top portion of the zone before moving higher. And then again, we had a rally, base rally out. Price comes back, penetrates the zone roughly 50%, and then continues moving higher. This was a nice resistance support band at $340. And then we had another rally, base rally, price comes back, depending on where you draw your zone, dips its toes in the upper portion of the zone, and then pushes higher. So, these weekly and daily buy zones that haven't been touched are still valid. However, if and when price rolls over, you have to be very cautious about taking these levels. But when you're in the trend, you are okay to just put a limit order. Because again, the best trades are when you go with the momentum. Now, getting into this article, Meta is known for its popular family apps, which includes Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. Combined, they have a jaw-dropping 3.24 billion daily active users. This is a massive sum that equals 40% of the global population, which is crazy. The segment ranked in 133 billion in revenue last year, accounting for 99% of the company's total. Right. So again, the question is, where will Meta be in 5 years? All right. So if we estimate what Meta will look like in 2029, certainly these social media apps will still be primarily responsible for the company's financial performance. There's no reason to believe otherwise, given Meta's incredibly powerful network effects. Competing apps face almost insurmountable barriers to entry. Now, Meta's business slowly is transitioning over time. A couple of years ago, Mark Zuckerberg, he put a lot of money into the metaverse. Wall Street didn't like it, and so he made 2023 the year of efficiencies, where he cut back in this funding in the metaverse. But this is going to be a big thing for Meta moving forward. Now, Meta is positioned to be a leader in AI over the long haul, whether this means finding innovative ways of connecting its user base or better serving advertising customers. With free cash flow totaling $43 billion in 2023, coupled with cash equivalents, and marketable securities of $58 billion, the company has unrivaled financial resources to follow through on its ambitions. Now, according to Wall Street consensus analyst estimates, Meta is projected to grow revenue and earnings per share at a compound annual rate of 14 and 21% respectively between now or last year and 2026. Should these gains continue for the longer than the forecast period, then the stock is set up to continue rewarding shareholders over the next 5 years. And kind of with that said, we're going to take this level off, and what we can say, you have a rallying price, basing candles, rightfully so. Now these basing candles were created because of the seller pressure at $523, but now that price has breached through it, we can call this a flip zone. And what I like about it is that it's at the round hole psychological number of $500. So any pullbacks will be an opportunity to go long. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.